Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. Are you here to get a recap of what the 450 pounder from Canada did today? I'll do you one better. I'm gonna recap what she's done during the past few weeks. She went on a visa run to Canada, tried to make her audience believe that this time it's for good, that she has returned to Canada and that she's finally going to take her health seriously and stay there. Of course, a few days later, she left again to go back, and this was after an attempt to get people to donate money to her by saying that starting over in her home country is gonna be expensive because she has to pay rent, security deposit, and kitchen stuff, a bed, and so forth, right? So she returns back to Kuwait, where she instantly does a huge grocery haul, which basically consists of things that either were not healthy or the healthy ingredients she quickly turns into unhealthy by drowning them in butter, gravy, and seasonings. And what happened? I told you guys there was gonna be one mukbang after another. But that wasn't enough for Chantal. She did 3 mukbangs in a row and then posting having a hard time. That is the last one I reacted to, in the sense that I showed that Chantal said in the grocery haul that those 2 pizzas were for Salah, and then she downed them within a few minutes. That was in the same mukbang where she had the 6 portions of ramen, and drinking, of course, the orange juice that when she did the grocery haul, she said that she uses the orange juice for a glass of OJ for breakfast. No, she downed the whole thing in one mukbang. And the last mukbang she called Last Hurrah. And what did I say? It's not the last hurrah, it's just one mukbang that's going to be succeeded by other mukbangs. And I was correct again. This time she did a Middle Eastern fried fish and rice chatty mukbang. I'm not even gonna let her say one single word in this video. I skimmed through that mukbang on my way home earlier, and she had nothing interesting to say at all. I think I can speak for most of us now when I say the eating noises nobody needs to hear anymore. And the only way she is bearable when she's sitting there on her fat ass, shoveling copious amounts of food in her mouth, is when she's completely sped up and muted. And so there's no explanation in the latest mukbang about what happened to the last hurrah, because she does not care. She wants to eat on camera. Salah has absolutely no control over her because he is a scammer. He has begged her for money. She has thrown a couple of bucks at him here and there, and that's probably why he shows up in her vlogs here and there. Other than that, he's probably with 5 different women. That would explain why Homegirl is so frustrated with her life. But if all of that wasn't enough, what is going on her channel? What we're looking at here is the social blade of Chantal's channel, Foodie Beauty. And as you can see here, on the 27th of April, she deleted or privated videos worth 100,000 views. And then, was it 3 days ago, on the 30th of April, she privated or deleted videos worth 30,000 views. I'm not sure what she's doing. I'm not really interested in it, but it's curious, ain't it? And because of what she's deleted now, her income on Social Blade, as it is estimated, as in given us a ballpark, is down to under $800 a month. And she's deserved it because, oh my gosh, did she not just hold a TED Talk in her last Hurrah mukbang where she was talking about how she is really struggling with her mental health, and she went into detail concerning what it feels like when she feels like having fast food. That still doesn't explain why she keeps stuffing, my God, stuffing her stomach like a turkey around Thanksgiving. Stuffing, stuffing, stuffing. Can you imagine? Just looking at it now. The ramen alone, I'm saying 6 portions, easy. The 2 pizzas, a whole bottle of orange juice in one sitting, and said she's not even full. And in the latest mukbang, she has another trough of fried rice, another deep fried piece of vegetable, and a deep fried fish. She does not care. If there is anybody still out there in the audience that has any doubts if she is interested in continuing her life, this should give you the answer. She's continuing the mukbang. She doesn't even bother to explain anymore why she is doing them after said last hurrah or fast food funeral or whatever. She doesn't care. She's gonna continue eating like this for as long as it takes to make her heart give out. And so, just for amusement sake, I'm going to play her video but without sound and highly sped up, because that is all she's deserved. At this point, frankly, she's lucky to have any viewers left, and anybody that still watches the videos on her channel and watches the ads also. In this mukbang, she even had the audacity of having Salah in the background telling her to enjoy her meal, because again, he doesn't have any control over her. None at all. I don't know what kind of sick business connection it is that they both have, but if he was ever interested in her losing weight and now he's supporting her eating herself to death, there's no more logic left for me. There's nothing for me to analyze, because it's just reached a level of sick now that I cannot even relate to, not even in theory. And so, yeah, that is basically the update on what Chantal is doing. She doesn't care about her health. She keeps stuffing her face. She's eating trough after trough of fried rice and deep fried shit, because nothing is healthy anymore when you've deep fried it in grease. And she doesn't even bother to explain herself anymore, because her purpose is to string people along. She is so big that and so immobile that she cannot have another job. Her passion is probably, unless that's a lie too, to travel and to do travel vlogs, but she's eaten herself into immobility and to such a size and such a weight that she can barely move anymore. And so what I foresee, even though I'm not a fortune teller, but just going by what she is doing on her channel and what she's been doing, is just keep eating, keep gaining weight, keep getting more immobile, try to milk the trips to the emergency room, and other than that, it's gonna be over, because that is the only logical consequence of what she's doing. She's not interested in anything that would improve her life. Otherwise, she, if she was in any way relatable, after the last Hurrah mukbang, she would have sat down, possibly with a smaller portion of deep fried everything, and said, I just can't stop, but guys, I've come to a conclusion, blah, 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 something like that. But no, she had nothing relevant to say in this mukbang. She didn't explain herself why there is yet another huge portion of fried rice and fried shite on the tray in front of her. She didn't even bother explaining it anymore. And what she had to say about what she's watching on Netflix is as interesting to me as when Amber, and I always cut it out, when Amber was talking about what she's watching on the internet or on Netflix. These women have no more business sitting on their asses and watching anything. They should spend, as much time as they spend stuffing their faces, they should spend the same amount of time out there power walking, possibly jogging if they can, but then they'd probably have a stroke right away. But I don't want to hear about what they have to say about what they're watching on Netflix. I don't care about that. And that's why this is the first video where Chantal does not even get to say anything anymore. Anything she did say is irrelevant. Nothing was an explanation for why her fat ass is sitting there again, cramming copious amounts of food in her mouth. And of course dropping it all over her religious costume. And, what do you say to that? You can only do reactions to these women for as long as it takes to keep repeating yourself. Keep repeating, because my values don't change. And if their actions don't change, my reactions cannot change. And so, yeah, I'm gonna really speed up the mukbang this time, so that, this video, my video here, is not gonna be too long. I apologize for me not reacting to it, but I can't be asked. Absolutely not. Life is simply too short, wasting it on these women. I mean, speed reactions or whatever, or what I did in this video is fine, but what has been bothering me is how often they post. It's not like they're saying, what could I post that would get me a lot of views, and then they disappear for a week like Amber just did. But she comes back with the same shite that she posted before, and that is currently throwing her mom under the bus, which is fine by me. I mean, we're used to her throwing anybody under the bus that she can and exploiting anything on her channel, because just like Chantal, she can only, anything her brain or their brains can evolve around or focus on is food. Where do I get the next food? Where should I order? What should I order? Stuff like that. But life is too precious, and now with spring starting and us really having nice temperatures in Germany, it's coming clear to me that life is just too precious for this. And it's also because my parents are very old and they're on their way out the live door, and if you want to hear more about that, you can go to my other channel and hear me talk about that. But here I have this channel reserved for more superficial things. All right, but I'm done with my rant about Chantal. Enjoy watching her on other reaction channels that might be able to sit through her bullshit. As long as she does mukbangs and has nothing relevant to say, she's not worth my time, and also not me mentioning her on my channel. And so yeah, all right, I'm gonna go. Let me know what you think, if you're as done with her as I am. I mean, the views reflected this time. I'm really happy about that. That people just don't care about her content anymore. Yeah, just let her keep posting every single day, a live stream and a video. I don't care. I couldn't care less, as long as she's still eating herself to death. And so I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching this, and I see you in my next one. Bye.